Hello. Got a Wunderkammer beer here, brewed at Hill Farmstead. Apparently, Wunderkammer is gonna look to find their own spot. So I think it's been like the head brewer has been doing these Wunderkammer brand beers at Hill Farmstead, but now he's gonna get his own brewery or wherever it is. I don't know actually. So this one is called Waking Insects, Volume 19. So I guess the 19th different sort of experiment they've done. And this is pretty wild. It's got birch sap, juniper, and cedar branches, and spruce fir and pine tips. Fermented with mixed culture, but then it's blended with 2-year-old Farmstead ale. So 2-year-old, like more standard Hill Farmstead beer, and then aged in a foeder. So very extensive process with this beer. It was bottled June 7th, so quite fresh in the scheme of things. I'm betting I'll get lots of, spruce, pine, bark notes and all that stuff. Probably gonna be kind of similar to a scratch beer. And I don't know the strength on this. Usually their beers are not too strong. They're usually between 5 and 6%. Let's go at it. It looks about how I expected it to. Kind of, just a regular old amber ale looking beer. Not a crazy carbonation for a beer that's, definitely it's bottle conditioned and got wild yeast and stuff in it. And it says the birch sap was generously provided by SAP. I don't know if you can read that. It says S-A-P-P. Kind of funny. Oh yeah, definitely smells sour and funky, but there's a lot of woodsy notes. And yeah, not quite maple syrup notes, but sweet, woody, branchy type smells. And definitely it's not all out pine, it's kind of a softer quality. It kind of reminds me of some like spruce tip pale ales I've had a little bit. But then there's a little bit of a cherry, lemon sort of thing going on. There's some funk in there, but it's really buried deep. It's not in your face barnyard or anything like that. It smells very interesting. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. It all comes together in this spicy, maple like flavor with very soft pine. I get more of the pine on the tongue for sure, but it's just kind of going all out with coniferous ingredients because birch, I guess juniper, yeah, that's coniferous, and cedar's not, I guess. That's spruce, fir, and pine definitely are. So you're just getting all of these interesting forest flavors then fermented with mixed cultures and all that stuff. So it's a very wild beer, but extremely palatable, not too sour. Yeah, I usually don't chase after beers made with all these piney ingredients because big pine flavor isn't my favorite type of flavor in beer, but this is so unique. It's different from anything I've ever had, which is similar to when I have beers from scratch. It's just like all these new flavors, but it really tastes like, bark, branches, needles, but in a really palatable way. It still has a little bit of fruity sweetness from the regular beer ingredients itself. Wow. Definitely some cherry, some like dark cherry stuff going on. Not getting close to cough syrup, thankfully. And a hint of acetic bite in the throat. Pretty low on an upfront lactic lemon sourness. But it definitely tastes like they mixed all the stuff with a little cherry and a little lemon. It's really, really awesome beer. This might still be available in some better beer stores in Vermont. But I mean, there are tannins from the oak, but the tannic, structure on my tongue really reminds me of, licking bark or wood or sucking on a twig or something. I've done that a lot. But it's a really, really awesome sort of experiment. Hopefully they keep doing stuff like this. And it's super fun to drink, and man, the big thing is it's not a chore to drink it. It's pleasant. I'm always for experimentation, but if the experiment is really hard to down and it's not that much fun, if you have to choke down a bottle, then maybe the experiment didn't work out that well. But this worked out really well. This deserves like a 4.25 at least, maybe even a 4.5. A really cool beer and a pretty fun label on there, even though it's not brewed with any insects. I guess those are insects from the forest, so if you find yourself in Vermont and this sounds good, definitely don't pass up a bottle. It wasn't that expensive either. Maybe like $10, I think. Bye-bye.